So recently I've been playing quite a bit of Raceroom Racing experience, but I saw a negative review on commenting on the fact that it's actually difficult to set up your own multiplayer lobbies, and I figured I'd try to do it myself because I quite fancied hosting one, and I wanted to see how difficult it was. So I figured out how to do it, and this video is going to be showing you lot how to do it yourself if you want to host your own lobbies on the game, or I don't know, anything else you might want to do. Like, some of this might actually be applicable to other games, I'm not too sure, I don't know too much about it. I just managed to get this working, so here we go. So first thing you want to do is you want to come to Steam, and you want to go Library, you want to go to Tools, you want to scroll down, you want to find Raceroom Dedicated Server, you want to install this. Make sure it's all done. It's not a very big installation. Once you've got it all, you want to leave Steam. So we'll get rid of that. Now you want to go to wherever you've installed it. So for example, mine's on my desktop. Double click it, and you'll get something like this pop up. Maybe gonna work. There we go. So you get something like this pop up. Now let me just edit this a little bit. Okay, so you get something like this pop up. Now yours won't have this the name, the password, won't have all these settings in, but you can set all this up yourself. Basically what you'll get is you'll get a pop up on your window first asking you to put like a name in or something. It's basically just a unique name, so that if you have two servers on the same local network connection, so for example like two computers on the same network, both hosting tracks, it's to differentiate between which computer is hosting what basically. Then I'd leave this password open, otherwise people can't join without it. So if you want to host a private lobby, then obviously you should have a password in this. Otherwise leave it blank. Now you get to choose the cars you want to put in, you get to choose the tracks, you get to choose whether you want like practice sessions, qualifying sessions, multiple races, how long you want all these different things, you get to choose the weather, all sorts of different things you get to choose. You get to choose a picture for it. I've just chose this one because one I had lying around on the computer. All these different global settings right here, so number of players for example, whether or not you use fuel and tyres, the difficulty, so yeah, loads of different stuff you can do. Have a play around with it, see what you can do. When you're done, obviously turn on server. Now when you turn on the server, it probably will appear straight away. So if I do this now, you're gonna see this. So we've called it P1, no prac, just quali and race. So if I get rid of this, now if I try to launch the game, okay, so you got multiplayer. Now I've actually pinned mine as a favourite, so it'll pop up right here at the top, but if yours isn't, then obviously search for name down here on the right, or you can just scroll down till you find it. It shouldn't take you long. So you see my server's actually there now, it's online, and now just to prove this, if I actually tab out, and I pop open that window we were just in, so if I go back to this, so you see this now, turn off server. Now we go back to the game, and if I refresh, okay, don't do this to me. Yeah, let me just try to connect just to prove it's not actually there, even though it's showing. Yeah, so there we go, no response on the server. Now, when you're hosting it for the first time, if you try and connect to the server, originally it wasn't letting me, it was telling me there was no response in the server. Now, it might work for you, it might not. If it doesn't work for you, then you need to do what I had to do. And that's what the next bit of the video is going to be about. So if we just get rid of the game, we don't have the game anymore. You actually need to set up port forwarding. Now, if you've ever set up servers on like Minecraft or anything like that, I think you might already know how to do this, but I hadn't. I've never played Minecraft. So here's how I did it, and here's what you'll need to do. Now, you should have, when you turn on the server right here, you'll get the UDP numbers right here and the TCP numbers. Now these numbers are probably going to be the same as mine, I think. I think that's how port forwarding works. So if these are exactly the same, then just copy what I do. Now, don't need the server on, so we'll turn that off. Now you want to log into your router somehow. So I have a Virgin Media router, so what you do is you type in your address bar in Chrome the IP. So what you want to do here is you want to go to, I think it defaults to 192.168.0.1. Now if it doesn't, have a Google, look up a quick guide on how to get into your router settings for your particular router. You open like command line, type in IP config. So if we take a look at this, if we open up command line, now you type in IP config, just like this, and you press enter, you're going to get a whole bunch of information about your network. Now, one of those will be the let's take a look. So in IP config, you want to look at default gateway. Now, default gateway is this number you need to type in. So mine is 192.168.0.1. So you're going to type that into the address bar. That should pop you up in your router. You're then going to put in your admin password for the router and log into it, and then you'll be at the screen I'm at. Well, the screen I'm at will be so this one right here will be the screen you're at. Now, your router might look different if you don't have a Virgin hub. You're just going to have to try and find the area I get to, but basically what you want to do is you want to go into security and you want to find something called port forwarding. Now it might not always be under security, but it probably will be. But try and find port forwarding somewhere. And now when you go in there, you need to put in, you need to create a new rule, and it's going to ask you for a bunch of different stuff. It's going to ask you for a local IP, a local start port, end port, external start and end. It's going to ask you for the protocol, and it's going to ask you if you want it enabled. So where do you get all these numbers from? Now, the local IP you get from typing in the IP config in command line, like I just showed you a second ago. It's going to be under IPv4 address. Now, for me, it's this, and then a 15 on the end. It probably will be the same for you, I would guess, but I'm not certain. So yeah, just take a look at what the IPv4 address is on your IP config command line. Now, local start port, local end port, external start port, and external end port. These all come from these numbers. So these numbers right here. So you see 60,000. This is what I did. I don't know exactly where these numbers come from, but basically what I did, I put 60,000 in as the start and 60,002 in as the end, because 60,001 is obviously between them. So what I did was I typed in 60,000 right here, typed in 60,000 right here, I typed in 60,002 right here, typed in 60,002 right here, Protocol, I chose to use both. Enabled on local IP 15. Create that rule, that's this rule right here. And then it should work. Apply that. Then go load up your game, see if you can connect to your server. And it should work. That's what I did. Let me know in the comments below if that doesn't work for you, and I'll see if I can help. Although I don't actually know much about port forwarding. This is actually the first time I've ever used it, so you might be better off finding someone who knows a little bit more about networking. I do plan on looking at this in the near future though, so if you're watching this video sometime in the future, I might know a bit more by then. So yeah, that's it. Go join your lobby, go have some private races, whatever, and yeah, enjoy. Bear in mind that if you are hosting the server on an old machine, and you're also expecting to play the game, you might run into performance issues. I personally haven't run into any, but I also haven't had a lot of people in the lobby. The most I've had is like 10 or something. So if you're looking to host huge lobbies, you might want to have like a dedicated PC running a server or something. I'm not too sure. I haven't been using it for too long. I don't really know much about the performance issues. Another thing you can do, you can down at the bottom here, you can create a new server. You can add like multiple servers from the same machine, so you can have multiple different lobbies going from one server. Quite cool. You can also like export the race results. You can upload them to like your own personal website or whatever. I suppose it's for like running your own tournaments and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. The stuff you can do, you can obviously customize the cars that you want to allow in. And it's not too difficult. I mean, what's this, like a 12-minute video now? And I've just explained it all. It shouldn't take you much longer than 10 minutes to get up and running with it. So yeah, pretty simple once you know how. So hopefully you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you find any problems, or if you have any tips or explanations of the port forwarding stuff. Leave a like if you liked the video, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm definitely going to be making some videos on this game. I'm really into it at the minute. The racing in it I think is unbelievable, especially like the sound in it. The sound in the game is like one of the best things I've heard. One of the best car racing games, like the sound of cars and stuff that I've heard, definitely. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.